how does Pandora plan to beat back Apple and Spotify and Google and Amazon and. Joining us here at Post 9 for an exclusive interview is the company's co-founder and CEO, Tim Westergren. Tim, thanks for being here. Great to have you.
You bet.
So, tell me, recent financial filings suggest that Spotify's costs to get the music are rising faster than revenues are rising. So what is the business here in the streaming game at this point? Is it not selling the music itself? Is it selling advertising? Is it being the one-stop shop for music lovers, merchandise, concerts, etc.?
Well, we have a saying inside Pandora that you haven't built a great product till you built a great business. And I think that's the hallmark of our company, actually. So in this arena, we're kind of a unicorn in the sense that we actually have a core business that's profitable. So we made a decision to go more aggressive and expansive this year, but if we hadn't made that move, the core ad-supported radio product would have generated $60 million or so in profit. So that kind of sets us up really to participate in this industry in a much more healthy way. But we've been focused on that for 10 years now, doing it, I think, the right way.
So are we going to get one app to rule them all later this year? You bought Audio, which our viewers will be familiar with. We've had them on several times before you bought them, but more in the sort of download arena versus the radio arena that you've been in. Are we going to get that whole experience where you can hear something on Pandora, tag it, download it, save it for later, maybe even own it, all of that together in one experience? Is that where this should go?
Yes. You're laying out our product roadmap right there. I mean, that's really our ambition. And we're starting with this foundation, 100 million listeners every 3 months on Pandora. Their engagement is growing month on month. They're listening more and more. We know a ton about them, and we're making money on that business. So we look at that and say, okay, let's start expanding. Hence the acquisition of Audio and the move into sort of subscription, more interactive, and Ticketfly. So start flowing ticket, discovery, and purchase onto the platform. And the idea is that if you want to do music, you can do it all on Pandora, whatever it is. And that's one side of the marketplace. The other side is the artists. So we've been working hard on tools and relationships, frankly, so this becomes kind of a CRM platform for artists too. So you wake up in the morning or afternoon if you're a musician on Pandora, and the first thing you think is, hey, what can I do on Pandora today? And that's what we're looking to build.
How do you change the perception of the consumer, though, that for a long time has thought Pandora is radio, it's the Music Genome Project, it's going to predict something or an artist that I haven't heard of before?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the great challenge of product design, which we are really good at. And what you're going to see in our product, it's not going to be a Me Too subscription service. It's going to be based on kind of what we already know about you, which we know a lot about you. So we'll be able to kind of bring you into that interactive space in a much more intuitive, sort of low-effort way. I think it'll be very differentiated.
Is marrying those two worlds mostly an engineering challenge? Is it a marketing challenge? Is it a royalty challenge? How does that work? What are the economics behind that?
Kind of all those things bundled into one, but certainly starts with the user experience, which again, I think is a big strength of Pandora. Part of what has made us so successful is Pandora's drop-dead easy to use. You type in an artist or a song and you're done. You can sit back and we'll nail the listening experience for you. We need to bring that same sensibility to this broader product, which we'll do, and we're well down the path and it's looking really great, very promising. The business, of course, has to come along, so we have to set up deals that make sense, and we're in a position to do that, to strike deals that are good for us and good for the industry. So I think we can come at this in the right way.
But music has become this loss leader. It's become like the milk at the convenience store. How much do you have to change the culture around even recorded music to be successful? I mean, the fact that you're profitable in your core business is a good thing, but of course investors, they want more. They want big growth and huge opportunity over time.
Well, that's the great promise, I think, of Pandora. And so again, I'm a musician, right? I spent my youth playing in bands. I was part of that world, so I understand the industry. I've been there. And we bring that sensibility to sort of our business and our product. And I think we are in a position to really align with the music industry, frankly, solve their problems. And we have a gigantic user base. We're about 10% of all radio listening in the US. It's a huge service, and it's growing. And this is an audience to whom you can market to and educate about these products and these interactive services in a way that I don't think anybody else can.
How long are you giving yourself to deliver on that roadmap? Because you have an activist in your stock who wants you to sell yourself. Right.
Well, I started, 8 weeks ago. I'm hard on the job. It's really good to be back in the seat. I'm very excited. And look, I think we've laid out a really...
But you also founded this company, so you're not an outsider.
No, I know this business like the back of my hand. Not just our business, but I know the world we live in, like the back of my hand. And part of what I'm excited about, I think we've identified a really cogent strategy for the coming years. Building what we think of as like a generational marketplace for music, and we have a great team, a fantastic team that knows what they're doing, and sort of my job is to tell people about it. So I'm going to be very externally engaged as a CEO with the music industry, with Wall Street, with the advertising industry. So we will be well represented, and I think we'll sort of narrow this narrative gap, that we have right now.
Isn't it going to be hard, though, to go to musicians and songwriters and say, hey, I'm one of you, I get it, I understand why you're complaining about this new paradigm, and hit the operating margin targets that you've given the street?
Well, we can do both, and I think that's the magic of Pandora, that I think we can build a business that's successful, that's actually also driving value for musicians. And we've actually begun this process already, so there are a whole host of products on Pandora that thousands of musicians are already availing themselves of, so actually being able to log in and connect and communicate with their fans and drive real value, sell tickets, sell music, drive fan engagement, and the results from that so far are really quite extraordinary, actually.
All right, Tim Westergren, love an underdog. You guys can't wait to see what you come up with. I am a user of Pandora, as we were talking about.
Thumbs up.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.